Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to your New Year's reading. For those who celebrate Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year, all the iterations of this new year, welcome. We have a pick a card reading today. So I have three objects. We have a candle, an orange birthday candle. We have a garnet with mica that I found a long time ago in BC. And we have an empty white flower muscle oil bottle. So these are the three objects. Take a moment to ground yourself. Take a breath. And which object draws your attention in? I invite you to choose your object here. And I will be placing the timestamps here for the following readings. And enjoy. Welcome to the orange candle reading, birthday candle. So for those who found this reading, this year is about bringing calmness and moving out of intention rather than fear, moving in knowing rather than desperation, taking pause instead of rushing. And I think that's like what a lot of the medicine that people talk about with the year of the horse is. It's like we can have these intention, these skills. However, when there's this urge to rush, to run, we can often get caught up in the running. We don't like running is so important, and at the same time, it's about knowing when to run. Not all of us are marathon runners, and even then, it's like a marathon of endurance, of being able to sustain oneself through this movement. And so they're showing me this table with all of these beautiful dishes, and regardless of what you're celebrating, whatever you're commemorating in this season of your life, whenever you find this, it's about what is on my table that I actually desire to be here. What have I placed on my table that is mine to nourish, that connects with my body in a way that actually sustains me, actually brings compassion into my life. And it's about being really mindful about what you're bringing into your life, what has been in your life for whatever duration it has been in. It's like we have lit this flame, we have created this knowing within ourselves. However, if we are lighting it with things that aren't actually serving us, how long is that flame going to stay lit? And there's this other element of like, I keep looking down at the the object. There's this other element of like, what have you been putting off celebrating in your life? Because they're really drawing my attention towards the wick here. It's like you have had this opportunity to celebrate yourself, to commemorate yourself, and you haven't taken it. So I feel like this is finding people who they are wanting to start something new in their life and they're having this resistance towards it. So really sitting with, how can I make space within my belief system to allow myself to pursue this opportunity, this part of myself? What is residing within me that is holding me back from the things that I know that I am deserving of, that I know other people will celebrate with me when I put myself out there? And I think for some people who are finding this reading, they have folks in their life that aren't supportive of this version of themselves that you want to be. Like the people that you have had in your life up until this point, they haven't necessarily celebrated you in all of your fullness. And this year is really inviting you to be mindful of those, like, who have you brought into your life? What have you brought into your life? Like, and being like, oh yes, these are the people. These are the people who are going to love me in all of my iterations. Okay, that is the reading for the orange candle. You are blessed, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll see you soon. I also offer personal readings. They're all linked in my bio. This is the garnet and mica reading. And this is for those who this is finding folks who are moving through a challenging time in their life. It's like you have this way of living, this way of being that isn't fully in alignment with who you are. And they're telling me to tell the story of when I found this mica and garnet. So I used to be a tree planter, and I would tree plant in northern BC, and that's where I found this lovely little gem. And as you can tell, the garnet and the mica are together, and there were these giant boulders, like I'm talking like way bigger than me, like of this mica and garnet. And when I found this, I really thought a lot about how there are these, like, we can all be composed of the same element at our core. And I actually did study geology in university for a bit. So we can have the same like composition at our core, but when we're heated to these different like literal temperatures, we will become something new. And it's like, you have everything that you need. You are everything that you desire already. It's just up to you to like bring the potency that you desire to the surface, so you can live your whole life with the ingredients for the recipe that you want to be. But you could make something like a lot more like maybe dulled down, so to say. You can make something like a very simple cake, or you can make a cake with like the exact same ingredients, but it tastes a million times better because you figured out what works for you. So this point in your life is like very much about refining, fine-tuning, and like maybe there have been some things in your life that like you have like, I feel like this is finding someone who has a bunch of hobbies kind of like me, and it's like, okay, what do I actually want to keep? What do I actually want to elevate? What do I actually want to invest my time into? Because when we have ourselves distributed across a bunch of different ways of existing, ways that we're different channels that we're putting our time into, sometimes we get spread thin. And Spirit is asking the folks that are finding this reading to be like, okay, let's take stock of everything that I bring my energy into in my life. Where am I putting my energy? Where is my energy leaking? Where is my energy going that I can bring back into myself? That once I bring myself back into the here, into the body, I can refunnel my energy into the things that I actually want to be nurturing. Spirit is asking me to come back to the wisdom of the mica and the garnet and know that you are one entity, and you decide how you show up in the world. You decide what you appear as, and you are equally as beautiful in all your shapes, all your forms. And yeah, so regardless of how you are living your life right now, this moment is beautiful. Refining is also beautiful. Every stage of your creative process, your process of living of this journey is beautiful, and they wish for you to see that. Okay, that is all for this reading. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I offer personal readings and ancestral ceremony for all life transitions, linked in my bio, and I'll see you soon. Hello! So we got our last reading of the day with our white flower bottle, which has been used and loved and kept because she is gorgeous. So what do the folks that need to find this reading need to hear? Spirit is asking you to cleanse, because we all are attuned to energy in one shape or form, even if we are unaware of it. And this took me a long time to figure out. And I'm talking as a medium here. But it's like, there are things that are blocking your blessings. There are things that are blocking your channel, your ability to create, your ability to create is feeling blocked right now. So I feel like this is meeting a lot of artists, a lot of people whose creativity is required for their work. And it's like, you've been feeling a bit out of sort because you're like, I need to create these things for my work. I need to create these things for blah, 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 whatever you phrase that as. However, Spirit is reminding you that you are creativity in your own right. You are composed of creativity. That is what you are here to do. And they're asking folks who are finding this to separate themselves from that productivity from that capitalistic perspective. And remember, that is over here. I do need to do those things, and this is me. I am here. I am a creative being. I am a resource for creator, whoever you may see that to be. I am a resource that my cup continues to get filled. They're showing me like water pouring over your head. It's like you're clearing this channel, and they're asking you to find these ways to find that clarity in your life, find that way of cleansing in your life, whether it's salt baths, whether it's going to a movement class that you really enjoy, whether it's going to be in nature in any shape or form. Just take a moment on your morning walk and breathe. Stand still and breathe, because nature is asking you to reconnect here. And yeah, that cleansing, even when you take a shower, make it an intention to cleanse in your shower. Make it an intention to be like, this moment is for me. And like, they're saying that there's moments in your day-to-day routines that you are being called to remember your intention. So for example, I'll give you a story from this morning. I was doing yoga, and I was like, oh, I'm really thinking about this thing right now, blah, blah, blah. And Spirit was reminding me, hey, like, this is a moment just for you. This is a moment just for you. And in meeting this moment with love, with compassion, okay, I was on a rant and they made me pause for like a minute, because I needed that, because that's how your mind is running. It's like run, 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 run. And there needs to be things in your day that break up that thought pattern, that allow you to pause and come back to yourself. So yes, there are all these things that you may need to do, that you have commitments, that you have people that you need to devote your time to. However, they're asking you in those moments, even as minuscule as they may be, with whether it's taking a sip of water, whether it's putting on your shoes, finding blips of moments in your day when you can reconnect to yourself, be like, yes, I'm here, I'm now, this is me. Those worries, I will meet them at the time that I intend to meet them. And right now, this is my moment for me. And they're also reminding me of the wisdom of this medicine, which is like a muscle relief oil. And it has like, yeah, eucalyptus, peppermint, and camphor. And finding ways to bring protection into your life, bring groundedness into your life, to allow your muscles, your form to soften, whether it's like a millimeter or less, because you deserve that healing. You deserve that presence. Okay, I'm wishing you a beautiful day, and I offer personal readings and ancestral ceremonial support for all life transitions. So yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a beautiful day. I'll see you soon.